Hi, John Gonzalez from Work Ethic, and today I'm going to show you some band mobility exercises for the hips. So the first exercise, movements, we're going to place the band tension high up on the hip here. So it sits right on the inside of where the adductors and the hip flexors are. Next, I'm going to get into tabletop position. So placing my knees and hands on the floor into a box-shaped formation, and I'm going to walk out until I get a lot more tension pulling on the inside of my adductor, pulling my hip externally towards the tension itself. Once here, I'm going to bring my hands forward, and then I'm going to push back, flexing into that hip. And I'm going to do this for about a 12 to 15 repetition count. If you feel your knee start to slide, which is going to be common because we have this external force, we could always just reset it here and just ground it down. Also too, make sure you have padding underneath your knees if we feel too much pressure. Okay, do that for 12 to 15 repetitions, both sides. Then we're going to face away from the tension. So we're going forward now. So this is going to be placed again, same place on the hip itself, but we're going to feel more on the hip flexor here. I'm going to walk it forward again, still in tabletop position. I still have this external force here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push back and then push forward. Back and then forward. Back to my starting tabletop position. So external, internal. External, internal. And I'm going to do this also for about 12 to 15 times per side. That's going to be with the heavy tension band. Now, with the medium tension band, I'm going to go to supine position. So lying on my back, I'm going to place that on the same portion of my hip. So two ways of doing this. First is placing it high up on the hip. Now I'm going to scoot back, staying in supine position, taking my right leg and grounding it, placing it on the floor so I don't slide. And then I'm going to perform a series of flexions here. I'm going to lower this leg so you can see how I'm pulling. And we're going to do this for about 15 to 20 times. Again, placing it on the high up on the hip as it'll go. And then we're going to do this for about 15, 20 repetitions. The other way of doing this is placing it on the shoelace or the instep of the foot. And now the tension is going to become a little bit heavier. It's going to involve a little bit more of that knee as I'm flexing and pulling inward. We can keep and maintain the same counts, 15 to 20 repetitions. My toes in a neutral position. If I flex, it's going to fall off. And I don't want to be here forcing that toe to flex towards me. I want to keep it neutral. Just an anchor point. So again, 15 to 20 repetitions.